So now we're going to add this. This is a green pepper, bell pepper, pimenton, okay? You know the story about how to buy a pimenton?
No.
1, 2, 3. That's the masculine. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the feminine. The feminine is full of seeds. The masculine has very few seeds. 1, 2, 3. That's how you buy pimenton, okay? When it's 4, it's full of seeds, okay?
What seeds?
Sementes, okay? So this is the masculine. This plant has male and female fruit, okay? Just like humans, there's a masculine and a feminine. There's two kinds, okay? This is like people, okay?
In 3, it's masculine.
Yep, and that means there's not so many seeds. So you get more pimenton and less seed when you want to cook. Okay? Let me show you. Look, it only has a small thing of seeds. If it was feminine, it would be all full of seeds all the way through, okay, the 4. So when you pick out your pimenton, you take them because you get more per kilo of the pimenton.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
You
wow.
don't pay the seeds.
You don't buy the seeds that you don't eat. Right.
Falou que o pimentão, quando ele tem essa forma de 3, é o masculino, não tem muita semente. Então quando você compra no peso, aí você acaba ganhando.
A semente pesa, né?
Sure. So you pay for more that you don't eat. Okay. Good. Thank you. I see why we didn't fill it with water is because we're filling it up with vegetables. Okay.
And what's the difference of colors pimenton?
Well, those are yellow and red ones are hybrids. They're hybrid. They're made so that they come out yellow and red because they're slightly different flavor. I like them very much. They're okay. I think there's equal antioxidant in all of them. I think it's all. Yeah, I think they're all the same that way. Okay. But people, like the yellow. I like the color. See, because when you're
Because the color is more
well, you're not only
expensive.
well, of course, it's more expensive, but you're not only eating for your taste and you're eating smell. You're eating for your eyes.
Yeah.
See, so it's also another way to get some kind of energy. Okay. See, so that's okay. All right. Now we're going to add bitter gourd, which is called pepino amargo in Brazil, or negrui in Japanese. Okay. This plant cures diabetes. This plant cures the kidneys. This plant cures the liver. This in India is made into powder, ground up and put in capsules. It's called Karela. Okay. In China, it's made into mixtures for little pills all the time. It's for, in China, it's for humidity or excess humidity in your liver. Okay. This plant is for excess yang in China. But this is, in the Orient, one of the main medicinal plants for many things, okay? It's not so common here, it's hard to find, okay? That's why those bad ones, we want to open up and take all the seeds. I'll give them to poor people, they'll grow them, okay? People that will have places to grow stuff, okay? Now, this plant...
Grow here?
Sure, of course. Yeah, this is, I bought it in Liberdade. They grow, the Japanese grow them because they're famous in the Orient. They grow all this stuff, okay?
Naquela lojinha bem em frente ao metrô da Liberdade.
I bought this in Mercado Municipal, okay, and across the street, right?
And the plant,
Okay, but listen, you all got to get used to the fact that this is not something you're accustomed to eating.
This is so bitter.
It is very bitter. So take a little taste. Here, have a taste.
Little.
Pass around for people.
So you cut very...
I'm just doing it so you can taste it. I'll eat a
Okay.
big piece. You can have a small piece. Take a little piece. Whoops. Let me get here a little tiny one for you. Because you're not accustomed.
No.
Here, good for you. You're pitta. You need.
Você.
You need. This is pitta. This is
Pitta.
pitta food.
Pitta.
Okay. See, it's very bitter. When it cooks, it doesn't taste so bitter. Okay. There's 3 kinds of diabetes. 2 kinds are curable. Okay. Pitta type diabetes and kapha type diabetes. Okay. They're eminently curable. Vata type diabetes is more or less sometimes yes, sometimes no. If you get it early, yes. As it goes on, it causes too much damage to the kidneys and it's really hard to cure. Okay. All 3 kinds of diabetes are dysfunction of ambuvahashrota. Ambuvahashrota is the water metabolism system, and that includes the kidneys, the liver, the pancreas, and the spleen. Okay? But you can think of the liver and the spleen as 2 things that are part of the same part, because the liver purifies or cleans, it's a filter for the red blood cells, and the spleen is a filter for the white blood cells, the lymph. Okay? So they basically both clean the blood. Okay? The kidneys take out all of the excess from the blood in the form of urine. Okay? But the liver and the spleen are filters for that, okay, to pass them to the kidney, okay, to make them able to leave. The pancreas is another big organ that's kind of a sponge, but it has a little tiny gland on it called the Isles of Langerhans. The Isles of Langerhans produce insulin. That's the weakest part of the system. So if the diabetes starts in the kidney or in the liver, or in the pancreas, or in the spleen, the part that fails is the Isles of Langerhans. People get diabetic symptoms. The early signs are, blood sugar changes. Okay, and then you get hypoglycemia or hyperglycemia, up and down blood sugar, leading to diabetes when it totally quits making insulin. Okay, type 2 is you can repair that by your diet, by getting rid of carbohydrates. You can type 1, you've got to take insulin. Okay? Both types involve a huge mineral deficiency. That's also what goes on. And so because your body's been using minerals to make insulin with a weak organ, it takes away most of your trace minerals. So in order to cure diabetes, you have to restore the mineral balance to the body. Okay? But then you have to get the whichever it is, the vata, pitta, or kapha organ back to working correctly. The liver and the spleen and the pancreas, because they're basically just sponges full of filters, are easier to restore, to rebuild. The kidney is this whole different thing that's full of these nephrons, and when they break, they're broke. They don't fix, they don't repair. So it depends on the extent of the damage to them. It's like, you cut off your fingers. If you still got 2 fingers, you can do some stuff. If you only have no fingers, you can't do anything. It's the same with the nephrons. So Vata type diabetes is more or less curable, depending on how extensive is the damage to the kidney. Okay? But Kapha type, piece of cake, no problem. Get you better in 6 months. Pitta type, depending how long you've had it, how bad off your kidneys, your liver and your spleen are.
What is spleen?
Baso. Okay? So, diabetes is a curable disease, and that plant cures it. Because it cures the liver and the spleen and the pancreas. And as far as the kidney goes, it helps, okay, because bitter takes away the pitta, the fire, and that cools off the kidney, and the kidney's supposed to be cold, okay? So it helps, and that's why it's, you know, it doesn't just cure diabetes. I mean, this is diabetes 1,000 years ago, okay? Diabetes today is a function of transgenic wheat,
Yeah.
okay? Modified wheat, modified carbohydrates. That's why it's an epidemic today. Okay, so you quit eating bread when you're type 2 diabetes, that cures it right now. Just get rid of the poisonous carbohydrates, okay? And so that cures it, you know, that works fine, okay? But so we put this in because it's medicinal, it's good for pitta. We're at the time of the year we're getting rid of excess pitta. It does more than just diabetes, okay? It cures lots of things that have to do with your liver's ability to clean out the toxins. We're making it more detoxifying by adding this, okay? And because I'm pitta, I like it. So you have to eat it because I like it. No, but then, see, if I'm cooking this for me, that's one way. If I'm cooking for everybody else, I add other things to balance it. That's why I put so much coentro in there, okay, to balance that, okay, for you guys and everybody else.